And boys, we're back at it again with another update video within the 7 days of the last one. I know some crazy shit must be happening, so let's hop right into it. Again, for those of you that don't know, we made an update video last week, exactly 7 days ago, asking for what show we're gonna replace Overlord with. Of course, for those of you that don't know, we're done with Overlord on page one side. Of course, we still have 3 episodes left on YouTube, which will roll out within the next few days, and we'll be done with it on YouTube as well. But I needed another show so I can, start recording early on page one, so we have a show for our YouTube side. And, I just asked for everybody's suggestions and stuff. And I was like, hey, let me know what you guys want. I took some of the top suggestions and we did a huge poll on Patreon for those of you, that voted. I appreciate it. We got 3,000 votes on Patreon as well. And before everybody says like, that's too many, picks on the same poll and stuff, and shit. I also allowed multiple picks, so you could vote for multiple things if you wanted. So I think it was pretty fair. So like if you liked every single show on the list, you could have voted for all of them, right? So I don't think it was unfair. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the top 4 and actually do the poll on YouTube, because as like I said, 3,000 people is still a lot of people voting, but usually YouTube gets way more votes. And I think it was because I made a post on community tab, on here with just a link and stuff. So I don't think everybody really saw it. So again, we're going to take the top 4 picks and then we're going to, of course, put it onto YouTube. By the time you're watching this video, the poll is already live. So make sure you go vote on it. And of course, the top pick from here will most likely end up replacing Overlord on YouTube. Again, as long as it does good, right? And talking about that, before, you guys actually click off, I have another thing that I wanted to talk about as well. But first, go vote on it. I'd appreciate it. Second, if you didn't get notified on the poll on Patreon, remember, you could always, let me actually go incognito and go to Patreon. You could always go to Patreon and follow for free. You do not have to be a member. You could be a member and get more stuff, but of course you could join for free and get access to a lot of the Patreon polls. Sometimes I'll just make an uncut reaction available to all the tiers, even if you are on a free tier and stuff, as long as it's like an opening reaction or a trailer or something, right? So you can watch it without filter, enhanced audio, better quality and everything, right? So again, if you haven't already, go follow that as well. But talking about that, right? I feel like for the last, a year or so, we've been watching a lot of seasonal shows on the channel. And most of you guys know I've watched I would say solid 10 or 12 of them in the last two and a half years or so, right? And I think at this point we're starting to kind of run out of all the good and really, really, really popular shows that really tend to do well on YouTube. And a lot of the ones that we have left over are ones that are not really bad, but at the same time, they don't do crazy good on YouTube. And most of you guys know I really want to keep the momentum on the main channel, right? The way YouTube works is that if your videos do well, YouTube will promote it more. And of course, it'll promote, the more it promotes, the better the channel will do. And that's how you keep growing. You don't want to get stuck in a process where, your videos just start doing awful, because then YouTube's like, hey, this guy's, viewers are clearly not watching his videos, let's not promote it. And that's how you usually keep dead channels and stuff. That's how your channel usually dies. So of course, I know it's selfish and stuff, but most people can agree with me that it is for the better of the channel, if I want to keep reacting in the long run and keep making content, that I have to kind of play the game as well, right? So again, a lot of the shows that we did have on the list, a lot of them I wanted to watch. All of these shows that I put on here, I also wanted to watch, right? So what we're going to do is, for those of you that don't know, about a year ago, we made a second channel called Neel Plus, where I was going to watch Blue Lock, as well as, Windbreaker and a lot of the shows that don't do well on YouTube. And at the time, of course, Blue Lock was doing amazing. I just ended up putting Blue Lock on the main channel because everybody on Twitch side was just saying, hey, Neel, I think Blue Lock would just do way better if you did it on the main channel. And I did, the same first 5 episodes, I did a re-upload on the main channel and it did 5 to 10 times better. So of course, we moved Blue Lock to the main channel instead. But Windbreaker was around the time where I got sick and I had some problems and stuff. So I just never really, got back into it. And I didn't have another show at the time to post on the second channel. So that's why the channel's kind of been dead. I've been looking for something where I can kind of use to revive it and stuff. So I think this is a great chance that, because I uploaded, Gintama on the main channel and stuff, it did kind of okay. Of course, it's growing a little bit after a few days and stuff, but same thing with Grand Blue and stuff. And I think there's a lot of shows that I want to watch on this list as well, which I know that don't get views. Danmachi, I know for one of those, everybody on Patreon was telling me as well that it's a really great show and a lot of people on Patreon want to see it, but it's not going to be a show that will do great on YouTube from what other content creators have done. So most likely what I'm gonna plan on doing is that starting next week, I'm gonna revive the second channel. We're gonna start posting a lot more of shows and stuff that just doesn't do well on the main channel, and we're gonna post, pretty much start posting more on it. So if you haven't already, go subscribe to that channel. Let's try and aim for 6,000. Matter of fact, yeah, let's try and aim for 6,000 subs, and I'll do Danmachi on second channel. How about that? Even if Danmachi doesn't win on the main channel, I'll do it on the second channel, or whatever the second show is that ends up winning on this poll, we'll do on Neel Plus while we do the main show, whatever ends up winning on the main channel. And then talking about the main channel as well, as most of you guys know, recently I've been, experimenting with a lot more content, right? I've been doing a little bit of gaming. I've been doing, a little bit of stuff outside of it. We did I think League of Legends and stuff as well. And a lot of you guys have been enjoying it, and I'm glad that you guys are, because I do want to start doing a little more variety on the main channel and do weekly shows and stuff that just pops, right? To keep the main channel going. Because before anybody says anything, this is my, thought process, right? I want to use the main channel and make it do as best as possible, and then use that to do stuff on the second channel and on Patreon that doesn't get views. So I want to kind of funnel people into it, grab their attention, make them be like, hey, this guy's cool, I want to watch his reaction, and then kind of, rotate them more towards the second channel and stuff. So I think this is just great for everybody, and it's going to be a win in the long process. As well as there are some cartoons and stuff and older shows that I wanted to react to. I think Cowboy Bebop was one of them. Yu Yu Hakusho Reborn was one of the shows that we were requesting on Patreon, and I've watched I think few episodes of, which maybe I can continue on YouTube side on here as well as some cartoons like Beyblade, I think Yu-Gi-Oh and stuff. Maybe we could do stuff like that on the second channel as well. So if you're interested, again, make sure to go press that sub button. I'd appreciate it. That's the update video. Let me know what your thoughts are. I know before everybody's gonna be like, Neel, you're gonna drop the second channel again. I'm really gonna try my best, right? I'm really trying again, and thank you so much for the loving support. I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Have a good day. Take care and stay safe. Make sure to go on that poll, link in the description, and check out Patreon if you want to help support the channel, and I'd appreciate it. Bye.